Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'll start the first series of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, in which I will fly various general aviation aircrafts around Finland. This first leg will be from Pori to Turku with live weather. This is a tour from Virtual Flight Online website. I joined these guys a year or so ago when I first played Microsoft's Flight Simulator 2020. And being a gamer at heart, I need a purpose when I'm playing games. This is a byproduct of playing all kinds of RPGs. I need some sort of progression, and this is it for me. I'd like to complete as many tours as possible while I enjoy learning about different general aviation aircrafts. I'm not interested in jets and bigger passenger planes at all. And disclaimer, a small disclaimer here. I'm in no way, shape or form qualified in any way to fly planes, as we'll find out soon. But it's my hobby, so I hope you guys enjoy it. So I play this with live weather. I only changed the time of day because otherwise it will be dark. I might scrap the live weather too, perhaps. So now it's pretty bad weather all around Europe, and I don't think you guys, I don't know, fancy looking at the pretty clouds all the time with no visibility. But I will give this one a go. If you don't like it, make sure to tell me in the comments and I'll fix it for the next episode. I prefer it this way though. I mean, I like the challenges of live weather, as you never know what you get. Anyway, let's start this. This was my second flight in the FSR500, by the way. And surprisingly, the first one was a lot better. You'll see later what I mean by that. This plane is nicely modeled and I like how it has persistency between flights, meaning the state of the aircraft gets saved if you choose to be the case, with wear and tear being programmed into it. No idea how it works because it's my second flight with the plane, but we'll see. I made this flight plan in Little Navmap with a departure and approach that looked okay on paper to me. I have no idea if it's a good flight plan. We'll import it into the simulator so I don't have to make it in the game. But again, tell me in the comments if you prefer me doing it inside the sim. I'm sorry it took so long to start. We'll shorten the intro into the next episode for sure. So let's start the battery and nav lights, then wait for the alignment. Oh boy, this will be fun. It's so bad outside, but looks nice, not gonna lie. Now that that's done, let's put fuel pumps and ignition to manual. Crank the throttle a bit. Start the engine. And after it stabilizes a bit, let's introduce fuel. After that, start the avionics in our plane and put fuel pump and ignition to auto. Press enter here. Then start the generator and the alternator and the pitot heat. Then strobe light and taxi light as we are getting ready to taxi to the runway. I put the parking brake off and gently start taxiing. My god, this plane likes to go. It's so responsive, you can get the throttle to idle after it starts rolling, and still need to brake from time to time. By the way, I don't use ATC, as I don't know how to do it and I'm not that interested to learn, to be honest. So you will see me break the procedures all the time, as I'm sure I make plenty of mistakes. Before we go to the runway, take off the taxi lights and ignition, and I'm not sure if you need to do the ignition, to be honest. I'm a bit nervous, not gonna lie. We'll take off with 10 degrees of flaps. From now on, YOLO, as I don't remember exactly what to do. I see the takeoff configurator as I'm speeding down the runway. I completely forgot I needed to trim the rudder and the elevator of the aircraft. Well, RIP. This will have to do. I'm pretty sure you can take off without doing it. But it's funny anyway. You can rotate at 85 knots, I think. Positive rate of climb. At this point I'm holding my joystick with my left hand while I grab the mouse with my right hand, as I don't remember my flaps shortcut. Landing gear is up at least. I start the autopilot, navigation mode and flight level change, not realizing I need to select my altitude in order for it to work. but it's okay, I will realize my mistake at some point. As I start increasing the altitude, the rate of climb is getting close to 2800 feet per minute. But the speed is okay, so I don't mind the steep climb. Hopefully we break off these clouds so we can see the sun at some point. I enable vertical navigation and then I notice ice on the windows. I guess it's a good time to press every button that says ice and hit on it, right? Reaching the top, I realize we won't see the sun. I want to see if I enable vertical navigation, if it starts descending when the autopilot reaches the top of descent. So I enable it. Let's see the moment of truth. I know people who know what will happen might cringe by this point, but I'm curious how it works. There you go. Oh snap, airspeed, I got it, boss. Now, how can I introduce more drag? Let's side slip a bit, that might get us out of the yellow.
Airspeed, 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 airspeed.
So it stops at the height programmed in the waypoint in the flight plan if you use vertical navigation. That's also good to know. It's so cool. This is pretty scary as I don't see through these low clouds. I might need to get lower to be confident enough to disengage the autopilot. Let's see, will I spot the airfield? As I go down, I'm trying to do some side slipping so it gets slower, but I disengaged the autopilot in the process. Well,
check gear.
It should be fine as I spot the airfield in the distance. I'm very low, I believe, and too fast. Trying to trim the plane as I approach. I'm all over the place, but in the end I see white lights and I think those mean I'm good, on a good approach. The speed is all over the place, but it should be okay. And now I'm too low, but who cares at this point, and I have the worst landing ever. I could have edited in the first landing I did in this, as it was better than this, but I'll leave this in for jiggles. Well, this was it guys, the first leg from Pori to Turkey, Finland, in a peaceful weather. This tour of Finland is 25 legs long. I will change the airplanes between them to keep things fresh. Let me know in the comments how you see this series going forward. Change planes between episodes, leave live weather on, put in, I don't know, full flights, condense 2 or 3 legs into one episode. Do you care about the commentary or not? For any suggestions, questions, and I don't know, anything really, use the comments. Yeah, this is it guys. Until next time, take care and see ya.